Hello, my name is Linnell Townsend, and I created a program that's called a Structured Holistic Schedule and Service. And the program is designed, it's actually a plan of action that's designed to benefit Main family caregivers that are working 24/7 to care for one or more loved ones in their home that's needing total care. And as a loved one's disease continues to progress, it's taking a physical and emotional toll on their health. So, our program is designed in order to create a plan of action so that they can have the tools and resources and skills they need to be able to understand the disease, but we also help them generate caregivers. So, today we're going to talk about, and I'm going to do this in two parts, we're going to talk about why the whole family needs to be able to come together in order to support that main family caregiver. Now, starting off with, when we stop and think about what's going on today, since the pandemic, many employers and companies have complained that it's getting harder and harder to try to find someone that's wanting to work or to this willing to work altogether. And for this reason, families are in need of additional caregivers. If this is something that you're needing when your loved one needs total care, this is going to be a challenge for you to try to find some outside sources. Even though there are some sites you'll find, such as Indeed and different other ones, so too. But with these, like I said, it's harder to find people that are actually wanting to work now or that's available for work. This situation can actually force families that are in different households. You may have siblings in different states or different places. Well, it's actually forcing families to have to come together to come up with a plan of action or solution. And this is the reason why our program, a structured holistic service and schedule, is designed to help you families in your time of crisis, to show you ways that you can come together, because one of the problems we find that's overwhelming is that once, even though you have that main family caregiver and you get outside others, though too, families or friends that's willing to help, where do you start? And that's where our program comes in to play, because we will be able to generate schedules and tasks for members, even if you live in another state or outside of the household. So that way you can come together. Now, the very first thing I'd like you to think about when it comes to the crisis that you're going through is the fact that, first of all, this crisis involves every member of your house, of your family, whether you're living under the same household with the person or in another state. And the reason why is because if something happens to that main family caregiver, if they're overwhelmed with the problems they're going through and if it's affecting their health, if they're no longer able to do this, the burden of responsibility may fall on one of you, one of the other family members. So why not now put a plan into action? Why not now work in order to make sure that you're making the load lighter for that main family caregiver? And that's why it's important for you to recognize there are two individuals involved in this crisis, the person or persons needing care, as well as the main family caregiver. Those two, we have to stop and think about their needs. Now, this is why initially, when every sibling or family member that can possibly assist, everyone needs to know what's going on with that main family caregiver. How do you support them? How do you come together? And as a result, I like to see you. I mean, so many families I've known of personally, dear friends of mine and family members myself, that have gone through crises such as these where they had to become main family caregivers. I want to see you be able to have cherished memories, not just with the person that's needing care, but with one another and also with a main family caregiver. I like to see you have that versus being clouded by ill feelings or guilt or chaos or overwhelming grief. All this can be avoided if you have a plan of action in place. So now, how can we help you, family members? How can the SHSNS team help you to help yourself? Well, for this reason, the goal of our team is to be able to focus on giving this main family caregiver, as well as the family, tools, skills, resources, and help you generate additional caregivers from among families or friends, or it may be employment websites. I want you to help you to try to generate these in order for you to, but in order for you to accomplish this task, we're going to need your help and your cooperation to do so. Now, I want to talk about one other point, and that's the fact that what are the main services that are needed in order to structure a holistic schedule or plan of action. There will be a variety of tasks that needs to be done by various different family members or those that are involved in the care. And this can be divided among various members in different places. So, too, three of the main tasks to keep in mind is this. When I work through home caregiving agency, and by the way, my program is designed from the viewpoint, I'm a direct support professional. So, with that, my program is designed through the eyes of a direct support professional. This is a person that works through a home caregiving agency and they're trained to provide quality caregiving. So, my program is designed in order to try to give you some of those skills. And that's because many families may not have the insurance to pay for professional home caregiving services. So, my program is designed in order to give you some of those skills that a DSP would provide at a fraction of the cost of what you would have to pay if you were going through an agency. So, one of the main things that's needed is a medical profile. And that's one of the things we had with individuals that we took care of through agencies. And that medical profile will be able to list all the physicians involved with the care, the needs of the individual that's needing care, their ailment, what's involved with that, how to take care of them. All of this information is compiled in a binder, which is one of the things we use. And this is going to help you to know what to do, how to do it, and everything that's important dealing with their ailment. The second important thing that's going to be needed is to generate caregivers from among friends, family, or employment websites. And one of the ways you can do this, you'll be able to go through Zoom or others if you're not available or locally in order to get this done. So this is going to be something that's important that the Structured Holistic Service team is going to try to help you with getting taken care of. And then the next thing is that once you get these these caregivers, they need training. And not only that, so does the Main Family Caregiver. So our goal is to be able to, we have a 4-week training program and a course. It's divided into 2 courses. And the training will be able to provide, it's divided into 3 parts, the training is. But the courses altogether, it's 2 courses. Well, we'll start by training the Main Family Caregiver in order to help them focus on their needs and how to make their load a lot easier. Then we'll be able to help them create a medical profile of the individual needing care or individuals. And then the third part is that we'll be able to train these additional caregivers. So what I want to say is this. On our next part, we're going to talk about how can family members living outside of the home still help and why is it so vitally important. So I'm going to help you to appreciate tasks that's involved, that you could be able to know what to do, even if you live outside of the home. But right now, I'd like you to click on my like button if you like the information. By all means, give us a comment. Our website is shs for the number 4 lt.com. shs4lt.com. And our email address is Lynelt, that's LYNNELT at shs the number 4lt.com. And you'll find that at the begin at the bottom of our page here, our website, our email address. And by all means, please give me a comment. Look for the part 2 of this, of how, again, we're going to be able to help families to get involved with their main family caregivers so they can support one another. I want to say thank you, and I hope the best for you and your family and your endeavors with caregiving.